Hello, in today's video, I will be playing the amazing digital dating simulator. It's a fan-made game where you can date digital circus characters. You may know I am a funny bunny shipper, and you also may know that there is a character that is constantly standing between their love, like they are right now, RAGATHA. So it's my duty to take her out on a date. I'm not going to date her because she's very attractive, sweet, nice person, beautiful red licorice hair, beautiful eye. Let's play! Welcome to the amazing digital dating simulator, a slice of life style school setting where anything and everything is possible. Like me dating RAGATHA. I'm Kane and I'll be your principal for the duration of your stay here at the amazing digital academy. Help your classmates pull pranks on the teacher. Become a straight-A student or a rule-breaking delinquent. Ooh. All this while possibly finding love along the way. But enough of my wonderful creation. Let's get you enrolled. First things first, what uniform will you be donning? I want to be cute! Sounds good. How about your name? What should we call you? Well, you know me as SubCooler, but that's too long. Like always, like RAGATHA, Jax, Pomni. They're quite shorter names, so I'm just gonna be like Cooler. Cooler for short. Cooler, huh? Are you sure you like that name? Of course I like that name. Alrighty then, Cooler. Then let's head inside. Hi, my name is Cooler. I'm a transfer student to the Amazing Digital Academy. My parents moved to the countryside after a vague, tragic event that changed the course of our lives. What happened to me? After I said goodbye to all my old friends, I don't have friends. My parents got me transcripts and packed up the car. Today is my first day at this new school. I glanced down at my class schedule. This should be the English 101 with Mr. Kinger. So where's the teacher? As I step into the room to let in any other students that might be late to class, someone else hops into the room. The figure looks like a tall, white piece from a gaming set. Specifically, he looks like a king in a chest. It takes me a moment to put two and two together, but when I do, I almost groan at the pun. Surely his name can't really be. Hello, my name is Kinger. You must be pleased to meet me. Mr. Kinger extends a gloved hand, which I shake more out of instinct than out of genuine sense of excitement. Good morning, students. On the docket today, we have a new student named... Oh, what's your name again? How could you forget my name? I mean, it's Kinger. It's Kinger. We should do school in the dark, so at least he's sane, but whatever. Hey everyone, I'm Cooler. I look forward to learning with you all, and I hope we can all be friends. I'm Cooler, don't mess with me, and it will be good. I'm Cooler, and I'm always down for a good time. Realistically, I'd say this. Realistically, I'd probably say this. Rightio! Go on and take an open seat, Cooler. Most of our students don't bite. Looks like Uzi isn't one of our students. One of the other students, a purple rabbit, seems to grin at this. Oh, I'm not sitting next to Jax. I take a moment to think who to sit by. I take a seat next to the girl in colorful hat and a sailor uniform. That's Pomni. I sit next to the shy-looking girl with a comedy mask and the ribbon body, Gangle. I sit next to the mismatched figure with a bored look on their face. Zubul? I sit down next to the cheery-looking ragdoll in front of the class. I sit down at the mischievous-looking purple rabbit. And then, I sit down in the teacher's chair. I'm sitting next down to the cheery-looking ragdoll. Oh, she's so beautiful. I take my seat next to the ragdoll girl in a blue skirt and vest. She's paying such close attention to the lecture. I hesitate to introduce myself, not wanting to disrupt her. To my surprise, she takes the initiative once Mr. Kinger pauses to write some English letters on the board. A friendly smile on her face. Hey new stuff, my name's RAGATHA. I'm the class representative, so you can talk to me if there's anything you need. Like an extra pencil or dealing with Jax if he gives you a hard time. Anything at all. Thank you, you're so polite. Well, that's not very nice, Raggy. Bad-mouthing me to the new kid. She's not bad-mouthing me, bad-mouthing you. She's just warning. I already know about you. You should be with Pomni, actually. You should be Pomni making out somewhere. And leave me with Ragatha. Jax! She cries out, exasperated. Don't sneak up on me like that. Listen, newbie, if you want to be the perfect straight-A student, you can trust Ragatha to make that happen. And I do! I want to be a perfect straight-A student. Thanks, Jax. That's oddly nice of you. But you're gonna bore everyone to tears and nobody's gonna want to hang out with you. His grin fades to an obstinate smirk as he continues. Look at Ragatha, man. She's so hot. Now, if you want to have real fun, be cool, I'm cooler. And be loved by everyone, I'm the guy to talk to. I don't think Cooler wants to go around pulling pranks on everyone, and I really don't think, Jax interrupts her again, these two must have some sort of history, leaping into any gap in another's argument to berate one another. Yeah, I bet the new kid wants to spend all day reading textbooks. Good one, Ragatha. I actually do. Jax offers a humorless laugh as he mocks her to her face. Well, that's better than being a jerk all the time. The two keep interrupting and taking over one another. How has nobody noticed the escalating argument at the front of the classroom? Evidently, I'm the only one who wants to end this argument. Yeah, like, stay back. You should go make out with Pomni and I should make out with Ragatha. I can enjoy a good prank, Jax. What's wrong with being a good student? Ragatha smiles, a friendly smile, turning to me with a look of genuine gratitude before turning to face Jax again. See, Jax, people like Cooler want to focus on their academics. I love academics! Jax rolls his eyes and walks away. If he's bothered about losing the argument, he hides it well. He always hides it well. He has a mask that he constantly hides with, that only his girlfriend Pomni can break. Ragatha leans over to me. Wait, whoa. If you want, I can give you a tour of the school during a lunch break. Yes! She pauses for a moment. Only if you want to, though. I totally get wanting to be left alone on your lunch break. Well, she may not be the most assertive member of our class, but I can tell her smile and positivity are genuine. A part of me is excited to start her class tour, but another part of me worries that if I tell Ragatha that her darting on me might start to smother me. It won't. I was just setting into my desk and getting used to this place when something burst into the room. Principal Kane, how exciting to have you in our class today. The new figure turned to address us. At his side was a bubble with razor-sharp teeth. I don't think I'll ever get used to this school. Ginger, class, how do you do? Principal Kane extends a hand, gesturing to all of us before freezing in place. With a sound of porcelain grinding against porcelain, his teeth slam shut. His eyes slowly extrude from his teeth like they're not solid objects. Cooler, wasn't expecting you here. What do you mean you weren't expecting me here? It's my first day at this school. Look at Bubble, so cute. Manic enthusiasm suffocates his voice as he points his cane at me. Maybe you'll be the secret ingredient to make this school interesting. Yeah, I'll spice things up here. He pauses a moment, rubbing the base of his chin in contemplation for a moment. Is there any reason you're here, Kane? Look at Zubul always hating. Zubul speaks to him like they're addressing an annoying insect instead of the principal of the school. That's so disrespectful. Kane perks up. Kane's on the perk. That's right, the reason I'm here to make sure we all have an enriching academy experience, one filled with fun, danger, adventure. He begins to list more and more descriptors, increasing his breakneck speed until I can't even tell what he's saying. And most of all, interesting to our studio audience. What studio audience? He turns towards the window and stares out of it for a moment. Is he addressing somebody? There doesn't appear to be anyone outside. However, the numbers are in, students, and it turns out school dramas are just white noise. Normally, this is the time I tell you that means the end of school life as we know it! However, my sweet-toothed students, your benevolent principal has found a way to bring public interest back to the school in a major way! Yes! At this point, the sharp-toothed bubble next to him pipes up. How are you bringing interest back to the school, Mr. President? Kane shoots the bubble a confused look, but hits his stride a moment later. You see my little Tomar emeralds? What's one thing no academy around here has ever had? A cast of colorful characters, a competent principal, a adequate funding. Kane shakes his head. Wrong, and surprisingly right. RAGATHA is always right, but also not relevant to what I'm talking about. No school around here has had a culture festival, celebrating the unique talents of its students. A culture festival? This is like anime! So I, being your benevolent principal, have decided to put your class in charge of throwing the best culture festival this side of the Pacific Ocean. Make it flashy. We gotta keep the interest of our investors after all. Eggids, I'm almost late for my deep tissue massage. What? Massage. Alright, Kinger, I'll leave you to the list of everyone's responsibilities. You all have 5 days. Break a leg or 2. Alright, class, let's see what roles Kane assigned each of you for the culture festival. RAGATHA, as the class representative, I trust you to organize the other students and make sure the festival proceeds with no issues. You can count on me. We can always count on you. Zubul and Gango, you two will work on art to promote the festival. We have a pretty big school here, so we'll need plenty of posters and some art to display during the festival. I don't know. I still don't have anything. I'm comfortable. Pomni and Jax. Look up what a culture festival is. Pomni and Jax are in a group. Oh my god. This is perfect. Shouldn't we do that before we start making posters? Plus, we get to see what Gangle comes up with her posters. If it's anything like what she comes up with when she draws RAGATHA. Jax! Gangle interrupts Jax before he can finish his thought, pleading with him to stay quiet. The class erupts into chaos as Zubul and Gangle argue with Jax. Pomni tries to find out what a culture festival is, and RAGATHA tries to salvage what remains of class and get her classmates to pay attention. Wait, what? Wait. What am I supposed to do at this culture festival? I got no task! Oh my gosh, where's my task? Time to find out what I'm doing for lunch. I'm starving. I pick up something to eat at the nearest food place and set about deciding where to sit down. Still, as I scan the bustling lunchroom, I don't recognize anyone from class. I think RAGATHA wanted to give me a tour of the school. Yes, RAGATHA. I grab a sandwich from the lunchroom and look around for RAGATHA. Where are you? She did want to give me a tour, right? Did she lie to me? Is RAGATHA some kind of evil manipulator? No, she's not. Oh, Cooler, sorry for keep you waiting. Did you want to start a tour today? Of course I did. Sure thing. That's what I like to hear. Let's get started then. She starts by leading me to the stairs in the middle of the school. This is the main stairwell. Our homeroom is upstairs, so you need to know where this is to get to class. She gives me a friendly smile before realization strikes her. What? But you probably knew that because our class is on the 3rd floor, and you would have to take the stairs to get there. I mean, yeah. So yeah, I did know that. She sighs but regains her composure, quickly putting on a slightly less cheery smile as she takes my hand. Is she holding my hand? Is she holding my hand? Where are you taking me? She walks to the left, taking us back to the lunchroom. This is the lunchroom where you can... Yeah, I just got lunch, RAGATHA. She cuts herself off, eyeing the sandwich that I'm still eating. Wait a second. She puts her palm to her face. You just met me in the lunchroom. I did. RAGATHA sighs. So, you've already been here too, huh? She giggles nervously, putting on an even weaker, faker smile. She grabs my wrist with gusto, pulling me along with so much zeal that I feel like she's going to tug it out of the socket. Whoa. I wince as she pulls me towards the next location. Well, I can at least show you to our homeroom. We head back outside to the lunchroom and are halfway up the stairwell when Ragatha realizes that I was in the same class as her this morning, so I've already seen this too. Oh, I'm sorry, Cooler. She pulls at her red, strangly licorice-like hair. So delicious. I just wasted your entire lunch period taking you around places you already saw at the school. You're not wasting my time. Any second talking with you is never a waste. You are so nice and polite. Even you sacrificing your lunch to try and give me a tour, that means the world to me. I offer an apologetic, shy smile. Well, kinda, I guess. She sighs again, slumping forward. You must be pretty annoyed with me, huh? I'm not annoyed with you. She says, looking me in the eye. She says not looking me in the eye. Yeah, I didn't even get to rest on my lunch break. The whole tour was just a stupid waste of time. These are so mean. It's okay. I know you meant well. She clearly meant well. I don't see any reason to put her down. Ragatha perks right back up, as if all of her mistakes are undone by my forgiveness. Oh, well, if you're having a good time, maybe I can continue the tour and excuse you from afternoon classes. Yes! She's gonna excuse me from classes. We're skipping classes together. Oh, we're so naughty. We stopped by the principal's office. Ragatha, Cooler, what do I owe the pleasure to? Hey, Kane, I was giving Cooler a tour of the school, but I wasn't able to give them a full tour during our lunch. Can they be excused from afternoon classes so I can show them other places in the school? Kane stops for a moment, then nods. I don't see why not! Now go on, go along, my scrumptious little scholars, and take in the glorious work that is my academy. Ragatha turns to me, taking my hand in hers. We're holding hands again. She's very touchy. Let's not waste any time, Cooler. Let's not. Next up, the library. We visit the library. Row upon row of bookshelves crowds this room. Pomni is sorting through a massive pile of books. Dry mulcher, migration habits of vultures. Guess she's still trying to find a book on culture festivals. Where's Jax? He should be helping you. He's your boyfriend. We leave her to it. We also have an art classroom. As we walk into the art room, Zubul and Gangle are working away, designing posters for the school. I peek over Gangle's shoulder. She's drawing Pomni with... what? Generous proportions! Gangle sees me and throws herself over her art. Don't look, Cooler! Zubul turns to me and glares. She's not done with it yet. Don't you know how impolite it is to look at art before it's done? Zubul, just shut up. Oh, Zubul, I can't. I was just curious. Ragatha takes my wrist and begins to usher me out. Sorry, guys. She closes the door behind her and catches her breath. Alright, time to show you my favorite spot on campus. Your favorite spot? We walk for several minutes. She leads me down the staircase and all the way outside. I see a large patch of dirt in the shape of a diamond, surrounded by a chain link fence. Is that a... This is a softball field! Ugh. Ragatha and her softball! Do you play? Ragatha's smile widens. Yep, sometimes I can get the other guys out here, but Kane actually has a pitching machine, so sometimes I just go out there and let out the stress. If you ever want to join me, let me know. Of course I want to join you. I filed the information for later. In the distance, the bell to dismiss evening class rings. And now I'll walk us back to the lockers so you can pack up and head out for today. Well, I guess that's the end of our tour for today. Time to head out. I walk to my locker, entering the combination as I put my books away and get ready to head out for the day. My mind drifts to the day's events, wonder if someone will ask me to walk back with them. Will someone... As I gather my things, a familiar doll walks up to me. Hey, Cooler, you're getting ready to head back for the day? She's blushing. I'm blushing. We're both blushing. Yep. Ragatha looks around, a bit seemingly working up the courage to ask something. You know, if you want to, I could walk you back today. How does that sound? Of course! Sure thing! Oh, awesome! She beams. Ragatha and I make our way to the front of the doors of the school. Hey, Cooler. She looks at me as if she just remembered something very important. This is your first night here, right? Yeah, sure. I mean, it's technically my first day here. The sun has barely begun to set, so I don't know why she's saying first night. I'll show you to the dorms then. She gives me a polite smile. I hate to let her down, but what? Actually, Ragatha, my parents are picking me up today! My parents! Why are they ruining this? They're ruining everything! Ragatha gives me a confused look. Are you sure about that, Cooler? Am I sure? I think I am. I'm not sure why she's questioning that. Why is she questioning? But as she asks me the question, I try to remember what my parents said about picking me up today. I begin to discover worrying gaps in my memories. Did my mom and dad drop me off? Oh my gosh. I forgot everything because I am in the digital circus. My memories were erased. Was it someone else? What does the car that I was dropped off in look like? What do my parents look like? I begin to hyperventilate as I realized if it weren't for seeing my own reflection in the mirror when I was washing my face in the bathroom this morning, I wouldn't even remember what I look like. What's happening to me? In the corner of my eyes, abstract patterns begin to fade in and out of existence. Am I abstracting already? It's okay, Cooler. Everyone goes through this the first day they're here. My breath begins to steady. The abstract patterns fade. Things start to feel... well, normal definitely isn't the word, but at least a little more okay. They do? Yeah. It's this weird thing. Nobody really knows how it works, but most of us can't even remember our own names. Well, at least I managed to remember my name, yeah. Unless somebody else made that up for me! No, that's my name. No, that's ridiculous. Honestly, I haven't seen anyone ever leave campus. So, we what, just go inside and sleep on the floor of our homeroom? Ragatha laughs, ha 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 ha. No, Kane actually built us a set of dorms to stay in. She says offering a hand. Something to give us a break from the old rigmarole of going from class to class. I take her hand. I'll lead you there, don't worry. Ragatha smiles gently as she leads me by my hand a building nearby. Just by glancing at the doors, I can tell who stays where. Ragatha stops at a ranch-style door before proceeding. This is my room, Cooler. What a beautiful door, just like you. She smiles. I'm the class rep and the resident assistant here, so if you have any trouble with any of your dorm mates, or need anything for your room, I'm your gal. You're my gal? She gives a joyful swing of her arm, sliding her door open. The inside is adorned with dollies, a thick blue duvet covers her bed, and I think even see a tea set on her white dresser. My door's always open. As we stand there, Jax walks by. He gives Ragatha a wicked grin. Or it would be if I could trust Jax not to put a centipede in my room. Jax gives her an offended look. Come on, Ragatha, pranking the RA. I can't believe you think so little of me. He says, barely hiding a sadistic grin. Like, oh, she's pouting. Ignore him. She pauses a moment. And if you don't want to wake up to a centipede in your room, don't let Jax in. I won't. Jax lets out a dark chuckle as he overhears her, unlocking his door before stepping inside. She waits a few moments to make sure he's out of earshot before lowering her voice. But seriously, as long as you're not Jax, you're welcome to come visit me. If you need to relax, or talk to somebody, or just want to say hi. Now, let's go find your room, new stuff. This door it's pretty boring. Substantially less impressive than the doors to all others' rooms. I couldn't come up with a more boring door if I tried to imagine one. Hey, looks can be deceiving. Maybe it's really nice inside. Maybe. I twist the handle and pull the door open. This room looks empty. Really empty. Well, there's a lot of room to customize. Yeah. Haha, yeah. Yeah. I rub a hand across the back of my neck. Can we go back and hang out in your room for a bit? Ooh. I would really like that. Really don't want to be alone here. Oh. I'm really sorry, Cooler, but Kane doesn't want us to be in each other's rooms after the sun is down. Aww. I know, it's a silly rule, but he says that since this is supposed to be a family-friendly environment, he doesn't want us in each other's rooms at night. She backs out of the room, crossing her arms across her chest with a nervous giggle. I technically shouldn't even be in your room right now. But you are. The rest of our conversation continues with her standing in the hallway and me in my dorm. So that's it for today. Yeah, I mean, you know where the school is, right? And you remember all the places I showed you. It's a lot to take in, but I think I'm good. Yeah, I think I got it from here, I guess. RAGATHA nods with a weak smile. Good. That's good. We stand there. The conversation has definitely dried up. Neither of us knows what to say next. I'll see you in class tomorrow. I can walk with you to class if you'd like. I know, that's something, at least. Yeah, you know, if you aren't too busy being a class rep and resident assistant. Well, as class rep, I'm supposed to help new students get acclimated to our academy. So I can definitely make time for you tomorrow. I smile back at her as we exchange goodbyes and close my door. Maybe things will be alright. I lay down on my bed, defeated. It doesn't take long for me to drift to sleep. It doesn't feel like I was sleeping long when the lights in my room flash on, as if overridden by some remote console. The room to my dorm flies open as confetti sprays from the fire sprinkler. Doesn't that violate some sort of building safety code? Hello, my darling Toy Box characters! Principal Kane announces from what sounds like the hallway. Ah well, time to investigate. Kane! What the frick? Haha, Zubul! His laugh is fast, forced and manic, as if he's used to this treatment but none too pleased by it. You're lucky I even let you to get sleep! Dang. I'm here, because even with the culture fair pulling in new viewers, we're still not hitting the numbers that the Academy needs us to, which is why I've secured us a sponsorship. Without further ado, I introduce you all to the Wacky Watch! You see, the vendors for the Wacky Watch have been having trouble finding a good audience for their product. But now we have the perfect setting. Tea and a drama! But we're adults actually, yeah, we're adults. Now Gangle, I know this is a lot to take in, which is why I've already taken the liberty of affixing a Wacky Watch to each of your wrists. Each of us glanced down. To my shock, the watch is already on my wrist. How did it get here? What in the... They've been affixated to your wrist with a very special adhesive. And if you do try to remove them, let's just say they'll be taking a little piece of you with them. Oh no! I can hear Gangle beginning to whine as panic sets in. Pomni tugs at her Wacky Watch, but no matter how hard she tugs, the wristwatch stays affixed. Her gloves stretching like a rubber band as she pulls at the watch. RAGATHA just looks down with a resigned sigh. Kane, I can't remove the arm with the Wacky Watch. What the f... You see, my turtle doves, in order to secure the funding, we need to make it to day 5 and the culture fair. And I need you wearing the Wacky Watch watches all the times. Good luck with the school life. I can't wait to see what you do with the culture fair. Bye! Well, I know this isn't ideal, but at least we can all talk to each other now. Should make communicating about the culture fair easier. Within the sounds of breaking glass, Gangle's comedy mask shatters and falls from her face. Tears well up in her eyes. I don't want to make it. Well, I think it could be useful, and look, Gangle, there's even a picture chat function where you can send people things you draw. That's kind of nice. Gangle sniffles. Yeah, that's the right spirit, Pomni. Now, let's all get some sleep before we start classes again tomorrow. Everyone's door closes. What in the heck? Why is there a Wacky watch to my arm? I decide to hide in my room before Jax looks for someone to take out his frustration on. Oh no. I flick my dorm light off as I close my door. I check my Wacky watch. I got a text from RAGATHA! Hey Cooler, I just wanted to check in on you after the whole Wacky watch thing. Guess I'm doing pretty okay, RAGATHA. Just getting used to how things work here. I get that. Showing up to this school, losing your memories, and now the Wacky watch. It's a lot for anyone to take in. You're telling me. There's a few moments before RAGATHA responds. Well, if you ever need to talk to anyone, I'm here. Thank you so much. It's been so rough. So many crazy things are going on in this school, and I just don't understand anything. But you just being here makes me feel safe. Thanks, I'll have to take you up on that. Oh, really? Yeah, it's nice to talk with you. That's kind of you to say, Cooler. Maybe I can make you tea sometimes this week, between all the culture fairs stuff. That sounds nice. Cool. B. Oh, is that like a smiley face? Did she just send a smiling sunglasses emoji? I have never had anyone send me a smiling sunglasses emoji. That's so nice. Well, RAGATHA can be kind of old-fashioned, but that's what I like in a woman. But it seems like she genuinely wants to help me fit in here. Okay, so this was day 1. I became friends with RAGATHA, and that means I am one couple steps away from making out with her. I'll post the other days on the other days. Like tomorrow, I'll post day 2. And yeah, this is day 1. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and see you next time. Peace out, like and subscribe.